Yo, it's the Anything Goes Podcast, man. It's your boy, Sean Peoples. Hey, people, listen. You like our vibes? You like the movement? Like, subscribe, share. Comment in the comment section, man. Ring the notification bell so you can keep up with everything that we got going on. Jump in the community tab and vote. Vote and check out all the information we got up there. And don't forget, if you want to be a member, jump on board and be a member to the thing, man. It's a special edition today. I don't know if it's really special, but I'm here with my brother, Sharp, man. Sharp, man. Hey, man, you just heard the news. I just heard the news. I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know if I'm sad. But if the Supreme Court is saying the man ain't guilty, I mean, there must be evidence that the man ain't guilty. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm being, harsh. But if a man is innocent and they locked him up, which let me side note real quick. I know a lot of y'all used to hear me say the man was guilty. But hey, I followed the law, and the law said the man is innocent. So, Sharp, man, help me out here, man. What you think going on here, brother?
As a first and foremost, living and loving life. I forgive thanks first. Yeah. Here it is. Listen, everybody always talk about some follow the law. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they're following the law.
Follow the law.
And those guys don't overturn stuff lightly.
Especially in that place over there, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't overturn stuff lightly. So with that being said, hey, look, I feel sorry for all the victims out there that experience, whatever horror or trauma they experience, allegedly at the hands of this guy, right? But if we're following the law, it seems like the law is saying, his conviction needs to be overturned. Now, who am I? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I don't have any kind of law degree or anything. So I'm going with the professionals here. That's what I'm saying. I'm going with the professionals. So like you said, should I be sad? Should I be happy? I'm just saying I'm following the law, and the law is saying the guy's innocent. Do I like what he was accused of? Heck no.
Definitely not. Because we got
garbage.
Mothers, daughters, sisters.
Yeah, it's garbage. Yeah. If he was accused of that stuff, maybe the law missed him. Maybe somebody else won't. I'm just saying. I'm not advocating violence, but I'm just saying.
No. Yeah, we definitely don't advocate violence at all here at the Anything Goes Podcast. We're against violence. But hey, man, it was kind of shocking to me, my brother, to see that said he's innocent, because I know he's been going through it for a while, and they've been saying no. So I guess it got to the Supreme Court there in PA now, and the Supreme Court. But to me now, what I want to say to you, if there's evidence enough that this man is innocent to the Supreme Court, shouldn't there have been evidence enough that he's innocent in the lower courts too?
Now let's be clear now. Innocent is it's not. I don't want to say it's not subjective, but the evidence may not be.
If the evidence ain't there, excuse me. Yeah, let me correct that. If the evidence ain't there, that means you're innocent in my eyes, in the law eyes.
Right.
But you might not be innocent in the laws of actually doing the crime.
Exactly.
What I'm saying was, for him to be convicted in the first place, if there wasn't evidence, if there's not enough evidence for the big court, how could I don't get it.
Well, hey, look, the little courts, they push the envelope. They push the envelope. Prosecutors, they have a lot of leeway. They have a lot of little stuff that they can twist to make things how they want. Sometimes they leave out evidence that would maybe be exculpatory to the perpetrator, right?
Definitely.
They don't want to give the perpetrator a hand up, so they may leave out evidence that may be to the contrary of their case. So did that happen here? I don't know, but apparently the higher court decided that there wasn't enough evidence, or something was out of whack.
Yeah,
and they
somewhere
something was missing somewhere. And they overturned the conviction. But listen, we shouldn't take any joy in this, because not one, not two, or even three people accuse this guy of being a monster, being horrible. So that needs to not be forgotten about.
That's why I said what I said in the beginning. Yeah. I'm like, I know a lot of people that watch might have heard me said before that this guy was, the evidence seemed like he was guilty. So many women came out, and I'm against rape women. I just don't.
He admitted some of the stuff too. He admitted he keeps trying to say consensual, right?
Off for years.
Yeah, and he keeps trying to say consensual and stuff like that.
Deposition, which some would say was kind of illegal, because he only admitted it for it to be closed off for the purpose of it never to be seen by people. So some would say that was also illegal, but whatever. So he did admit to some stuff, but to the majority of people that didn't believe that he did it, I guess it's a happy day for them. And to the people that think he did it, it's a sad day for them. But I guess Mr. Cosby will be coming home, and I guess the Cosby Show will be back on TV.
I think that's probably a stretch. Listen, let's be clear. Just because you go to court and you're found not guilty by a jury,
charges. Let's say it correctly. We don't want
they drop the charge. Yeah, exactly. They drop
to come in and get upset. He's not guilty. They just dropped the charges.
They dropped the charge. There's a big difference between being not guilty and charges being dropped. That's just saying that the judicial system didn't have enough to hold you accountable. That's what that's saying.
Pretty much.
Now, as far as what the facts of the case is, and as far as what really happened in reality, it's likely that all this stuff happened to these women. That's the reality of it.
It's possible.
And that's
I'm gonna go on a limit because I talked out of character the last few years, and now the court has dropped the charges. I will go ahead and protect both of us from the nonsense. So either way now, I'm gonna say it's possible that it didn't happen. It's also possible that it happened.
It did happen.
Admit to a few things. Right. He didn't admit to everything that he was charged for. So let's throw that out there too.
Exactly.
Just in case the keyboard clan members come in and get upset.
I think at this point he needs to go home, shut up, be quiet, and not be heard from.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear him come out here. I don't want him come out here pontificating, saying all kind of stuff about what he thinks happened, or I don't want him to come out and try to say, "Oh, I'm vindicated." I don't want to hear none of that nonsense from him, because if he do, I'm gonna fry him.
Going to hide it. Don't do what OJ did.
Hey,
see what happened to him.
I'm telling you, Sean. If he does, I'm gonna fry him. If he does, I'm coming back up here on the next live or the next podcast. I'm frying him if he does that. He needs to shut up and go home, because if I have to believe anybody, I'm believing these women, because even the ones that he said consensual. When you throw something in somebody's drink, that's not consensual. Let's just be clear.
That's never.
Let's not you telling somebody, "Oh, let's do a little drugs together." That's not consensual. Okay, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Yeah. So
I do think that in his eyes he might be a little vindicated, and also let's just speak from outside of the box, outside of our opinion. In his eyes, and a lot of people that believe that he was innocent in the first place. This is vindication for them. This is
all the people that saying, "Oh, they're trying to take down a black man." No, because it's also black women that was accusing them of stuff.
Yeah.
So let's not play that card. Let's not play that game. In this case, that is not here. That's not what's going on here.
Yeah, right? I think my only problem with what was going on is there was a lot of other guys was accused of the same things, and they weren't.
There was a double standard. Let's say they may have been going after him a little harder than most of the other guys.
Definitely, I feel like they did that. Like they went after. It was like the crown, and they went after the crown.
Listen. A lot of people were happy. A lot of people were happy to go after him, because for years he had been seen as kind of the model.
Unstoppable, the black man.
Exactly. And they wanted to take him down a notch. So a lot of people was happy to do that. Yeah.
No matter what the model black man is, we got a cure for him. That's and I think that he set himself up for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And at this point, it looks like to his fans, vindication, to people who are mutual, because I'm now mutual. I would say,
I wasn't a fan or not a fan of his to begin with anyway. I like the show. I used to watch it when I was younger, but I wasn't a personal fan of it.
When I catch it, because the show is a classic. I can separate Dr. Oxtable from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, so I wasn't a fan of his personally like that, but I love the show. So I can say that. Yeah.
Where I lost fandom of him was when I started getting older and I see how he was basically disrespecting a lot of the other black comedians like
Oh
Martin
yeah,
Lawrence.
that's what I said. I was never a fan of his anyway. Yeah, I
Stopping
was.
them,
Yeah, I was, yeah.
but was basically trying to stop them from making money. Talking about the stuff they was doing was
yeah, because maybe they used some language that he didn't like.
Yeah.
Maybe because they cursed too much. Who is he to judge?
Exactly.
And imagine that, living in a glass house and throwing so many stones.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Throwing bricks. You weren't just throwing stones, you were throwing bricks.
Mortar. He was throwing mortar rounds. He was
guys, But
yeah, so
like I say, this is definitely vindication for the people that that believes that he's innocent, and it's a sad day for the people that believe that he's guilty, and for the ladies who feel like he raped them or sure that he raped them, because I don't want to talk crazy and offend anybody. The ladies who accuse him of rape and all that stuff, they have to be in a sad place right now. And if he didn't do it, he has to be in a happy place right now. It's so I guess on one side to the next side, it's a victory for one and sadness for the other side.
I mean, so listen, I think his family is going to be happy whether he did it or not. They're going to be happy. That's just how That's just how a lot of families work, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna be happy. They're gonna say he's older, he's at the end of life or whatever, and they're happy to have him home. On the other side is some of the family that's saying, we know you probably did it, but we're gonna bring you home because your family, we're gonna have to take care of you. So
I was listening to one of the lawyers on this case. I can't remember his name because this happened so quick and we wanted to get this.
Is it the guy with the glasses?
Little short guy, white guy. Yep.
Right.
I was listening to him talking, and he was said, one of the reasons that he feel like, and this is his opinion, I'm just repeating what he said, that he said that he think Bill got convicted was because his wife wrote the judges a letter and basically was kind of like scolding them for going through with the trial. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to show them like, hey man, you might have influence in your community, but you don't got no influence when it comes to Uncle Sam and the law right here. You're gonna get the wrath of it, Right. And when I think about it, that could have played a part in it. This was a older white man, which was one of his lawyers is saying this. He's saying that it was the biggest mistake he thinks she made, and he felt like that really hurt the case when she did that. So
that was his wife.
Yeah, his wife wrote a letter to the judge. Yeah. I guess in a up, because she probably felt like they're old time people. They probably still feel like they still have that that power, that connection, because they said he was accused of this years ago, and because
he got out, kind of pretty much got away from it.
Thought that she could have still done that in this time and age, but it's a different time. And
it's a different time. That's kind of brazen of her, I guess, to think that would work. You know what I mean? I guess.
Yeah. But I think that it's I've been on Facebook. I've been on let's just say all social media. Let's not just say one. I've been on Facebook, and it's a celebration in our community. They're going wild up there.
Yeah, and wrong is wrong, and we shouldn't be necessarily we should just be neutral on this one.
Yeah.
Right, but we should have been neutral on this one. That's how I feel about it.
But it's so bad that every victory that we get, we got to take it. That's the problem.
That's a shame,
so much
right?
Stuff happened to us that every time we get a victory, we just got to take it because it's kind of like
even this one that shouldn't be a victory.
No,
that's potentially going the wrong direction.
Definitely.
So and we just got to be mindful of that because you never know what else would come out, and we're all here, people are here spiking the football and all kind of stuff. You just don't know what else is out there. And guarantee you, there are other people out there that didn't speak up. That's almost a must. These guys don't do this stuff, once or twice when they get away with it and when they have the power to get away with it, So, there's no telling how many other people are out there who just don't want to go through the issue of being out in public and being scrutinized and being maybe being lambasted or whatever, they don't want to deal with, with all the income and how I go, man, a lot of smoke once you get on, if you get on the wrong side of a certain group of people that's supporting one person, you may get all kind of smoke.
So let me ask you something, man. You feel like if they had real evidence, you think if this, because even the conviction, a lot of lawyers that was against him saying that this conviction was shaky. They was like,
oh yeah, I believe. Yeah, I saw the case. I believe.
Shaky,
yeah, I saw the case. I believe the evidence was scant. Yeah, I believe the evidence was.
The evidence was I mean, a lot of lawyers, like I pay attention to a lot of lawyers. I watch a lot of lawyers stuff. I listen to their debates on YouTube. I listen to lawyer program on Spotify and stuff like that. I just want to explain that to the people. And a lot of them were saying that they didn't see how he could get convicted with the evidence. Now, some of them believed that he was guilty, but they were just saying the evidence was so.
Well, think about it.
That they don't understand how he could have been. Well, I understand.
I understand. But, I'm thinking the jury. Think of the bias of the jury. Think anybody that knows that guy's name. They know his name. So whether they went in with a preconceived notion or whatever of whether he was feeling like he did it or not, even if the evidence is scanty, you go to a jury trial. If you get enough people in there that want to see you go down, you're gonna go down. It's a trial now. It's the law. So
I think I probably would have went for a conviction if I.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because
we were already tainted. They was tainting us for years before. Remember, it was years before.
Oh, it was years, man. I was following that case.
It came out slowly. It started building up. It started dying down, and then poof, it started building up again, and then eventually. So we were already pre-programmed to feel like, something going on.
But think of why he went to trial anyway. It was from that election where that Republican guy won and decided that the other guy didn't do a good job. So he was gonna open the case back up and he was gonna pursue it. So it wasn't anything more than politics to get it to the point where it got to anyway. So I'm not surprised that it got overturned. To be honest with you, I'm not super surprised. We're surprised he got convicted in the first place. So I mean, imagine that. We're surprised that happened. So. Yeah.
Here's the thing. To be honest with you, if they had even enough evidence, Bill Cosby would be under the jail right now.
Oh yeah, the big court would have.
Yeah, there was no way he was.
And is that a Pennsylvania court?
Yeah.
That would. Yeah.
No way he was getting out. If the evidence was stacked and packed, there was no way he was getting out of jail.
Zero chances.
So. Not saying that he didn't do what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. So, ladies, gentlemen, don't come up here and say that we're picking up for anybody. We talking about evidence now. It's a difference.
We're talking about the law and evidence. We're not talking about what happened in reality
or not. Because we don't know. I wasn't there, and I'm not going to go on the limb anymore and say that he was guilty. I was saying that before, but now since he went to a Supreme Court and they decided that they. Pretty much what they're saying is not enough evidence, because that's usually why Supreme Court throws stuff out. There's not enough evidence, or the case was mishandled in the first place. So they either kicking it back to you, do it over,
come on.
Throwing it out.
It's the same thing with a lot of black people going to jail that were actually really innocent, which was proven later for them to be innocent, but yet people were saying they were guilty in the first place. And so it's no different from that. In this case, we're just saying we don't know.
Yep.
But we're saying there wasn't enough evidence based, per the Supreme Court wasn't enough evidence, so they had to overturn the conviction.
Exactly.
So don't take that as an endorsement one way or the other.
We're not endorsing anyone. We're merely adding our 27 cents, to
plus 2.29.
27 cents to the conversation. But man, I definitely feel like that, man. I feel like if the evidence was there, he'd be under the jail right now.
Oh, definitely.
And also. This might be a moral victory for some people in the community. I know the feminists in the community, they're going to hate it. And I totally understand why they would hate that, because, there is black feminists, white feminists. So I know the black feminists is not in our community are going to hate it. And like I said, I totally understand why they would.
I get that.
You think is a rapist, running around free and being, so I definitely understand.
I get that. Women in my family, my wife, my kids, my mom, everybody else. I get that part, and that's what disgusts me about this whole thing. If in fact it actually happened and he got away with it, so that's disgusting to me about this whole thing. Yeah. So definitely, You
have to have this conversation with some females, asking, and then you have to be careful what you say because you don't want to offend anybody. Because I don't want to call rape is a serious thing. I don't want to call raping a man if he didn't do that, because that's something even if the person come back and say you didn't do it, that's still already.
It's too late. It's too late at that point. Yeah.
So,
it's too late.
So once you say that about a person, that's So and if a person did get raped too, we don't want them to feel like, so it's a sticky.
I think the issue is what we have here is what I call, so like they said, what I call a bad set of facts. And I learned that from some guy somewhere on some media or something. Bad set of facts. A lot of women coming out saying that you did this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's stipulate that a bunch of women not coming out saying you did this thing and nothing happened.
Yeah.
You may have gotten one or two.
Mm-hmm.
But now that there's way more than that came out saying they did something, and and we can't just be like nothing happened. Apparently you had a record of doing something.
Yeah.
What did that amount to all out rape? We don't know. But we know you putting pill in people's juice and that stuff.
Let me do a devil's advocate in there. Some would say, what you doing at Mr. Cosby room at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning? You know what time it is.
Well,
I'm just
right. And let's be clear, that's not a license for anyone to take advantage of you if you're doing it. But again, it's not a bad question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
When people do that kind of stuff, you're an adult. You probably shouldn't be around just out of saving yourself, really.
Mm.
If that's not your intention, out of saving yourself, you probably shouldn't be around.
Shouldn't.
But yeah. So definitely shouldn't be. Yeah.
Ladies, let me give you a heads up. After about 9 o'clock, going to a guy's house, if it's a little dark outside, keep in mind that we have a warped way of thinking. It could be 6 o'clock in the morning. If you go over a guy's house, in his mind, some way, he's trying to think about getting something. He may not try you because he may not see the opportunity to. But what I'm saying is, if don't go to nobody's house in the middle of the night.
I got a tip too. You should just announce that I'm coming over to hang out. We're not having.
I ain't
sex.
Giving you none.
Pretty much. You should just announce it. I think women should just Yeah, how
quick some of us be like, you know what? I got to go to work tonight.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. I mean, we're laughing, but what if women start announcing that when guys invite you over at a certain time, or whenever they invite you over, period. If you're not going there as a possibility, just say, listen, there's no possibility that happening. I'm not coming for that.
So I'll be over there.
But, sometimes women show up and maybe that wasn't their intention, but it could happen.
It happened, yeah.
So yeah,
sometimes it's just the vibe and the situation. But if you tell me from the get going out,
there's not a possibility.
There's not a possibility that you're gonna still come because I'm gonna have to work.
Then everybody knows what it is at that point.
Yeah,
and there won't be any mix up. There won't be any reason for anything to happen.
And then if I'm a creep or not, or if I'm what I'm looking for. But sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean I'm a creep because I'm looking for sex. Everybody have their own way of thinking. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think that this is monumental. This was definitely shocking because I was not.
It was when you told me this, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, when I saw it, I clicked on the news. Then I said, and it went. Yep. Yeah. Let me go to another one to make sure that all of them are in. That I went to about 4 or 5 different news sites, and then I say, hey, let me check the one. Let me check the other news site, the ghetto news site, TMZ. I was like, oh, it got to be true.
No, you didn't say that. No, you didn't give TMZ a nod as it's true.
Ghetto website, man.
If TMZ said it's true.
TMZ had announced Kobe Bryant's death before his family even know. I was sick and cold, you know what I mean? But but Cosby's I guess this is the perfect time for him to put the rest of his life back together.
He needs to go underground. He needs to go underground. He needs to go underground.
Go to church. Wear your mask as much as you can because you look frail. He look frail out there. You look like Corona. Look like Corona will slap him 2 times and he's up out of here. So wear your mask. Go get your COVID shot or whatever you need to do, and stay out of the limelight of people. Just take a step back. Be Mr. Cosby with your mouth closed. No, be Cliff Oxtable. That's what you need to do. Don't be Mr. Cosby. Be Cliff Oxtable. That's all you need to do. But bro,
I just don't want to hear him talking. I want him to be quiet.
He gotta shut up. He gotta shut up because this doesn't look good for him. Even this to me, and I don't want anybody to be mad at me about this. This ain't vindication.
It's not. It's not vindication. The law just said there wasn't enough evidence. That don't. Come on, we're all smart enough here. It's not vindication.
I read the notes of him admitting to stuff that he's doing. that
exactly.
he did. And
the
that's
deposition.
rape.
We had a deposition now.
Yeah,
we saw the
rape.
deposition.
Now, did he do that to all of the girls that accusing him? Maybe not. Did he do that to the one that they were trying to charge him for at the time when they charged him? Maybe not. But he did admit to a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. The problem with that last case is that they had settled and said it was all good.
Yeah, and then
let's move on. Right.
With that.
Exactly.
And it was supposed to be closed off. You wasn't supposed to be able to see what he was saying, what he was admitting to.
Exactly.
And came and opened everything back to the public and make,
pure politics.
Definitely.
Pure politics.
Definitely.
And if it wasn't for politics, maybe we'd be a little more accepting of the conviction.
It's a strong possibility. A strong possibility.
Exactly.
But yeah, brother, I think this people we had to come and get this done today because we was just sitting back. We already had a podcast set up to drop today, and then we just decided, hey man, we gotta do something about Cosby. We was gonna do like a 4 or 5 minute thing, and then we was like, let's just have a conversation about it. Let's just go and talk about it. We didn't want to. I didn't really want to hit live today because we already got our live planned for tomorrow. So I was like, hey, let's just do a podcast, kill two birds with one stone. We put out this information, have a nice little session that we could talk about, throw a little.
Catch us tomorrow night on live.
Catch us tomorrow night on live. Bring your popcorn, bring your wine, and all your questions. Bring your criticism, bring your judgmental attitude, bring everything. And we want all the smoke.
We want all the smoke.
All the smoke. Just bring everything you got and come over there and smoke us out over there. Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear. Oh, yeah, man. Bro. But I enjoyed this little conversation, man.
Definitely.
Maybe we could chop it up a little bit more.
Yes.
Maybe tomorrow night. This can be one of our
this got to be a topic tomorrow night. We we'll lead off with this and hear what the masses have to say.
Man, we got 2 hours, so we got a lot of time up there, and you know how it go on Black people time. That 2 hours might turn to 3. You never know.
Yeah.
So we just gonna enjoy the night tomorrow night. But people, definitely, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all the podcasts that we have. Check out all the older podcasts from way down the line and work your way up, or you can start from top and work your way down. It doesn't matter to us as long as you get in there and check out the podcast. Just entertain yourself. We got some good stuff up there. Whatever entertains you. We try to do righteous and ratchet stuff. So we got a good course of entertainment for everybody. There's something for everybody on the channel. Hey, Sharp man.
What's up?
Mr. Cosby. About to be out of jail. His family is happy. His supporters going to be happy. The people that hate him is going to be sad.
Yeah. I mean, so the women, honestly speaking, though, on the serious side, the women are going to be traumatized all over again, to be honest with you. And so whatever he did to them, however minor he thought it may have been, or whatever he's taking it as, it's enough that he's ruined a lot of their lives. So we do not want to lose sight of that. Definitely. So, people, it's the Anything Goes Podcast. It's your boy Sean Peoples. I'm here with Shot Man. Listen, man, Mr. Cosby is out. Give us your opinion. Drop it in the comment section. Get upset. Get irate. Talk all your trash you want to talk. But also, I want to hear the truth. I want to hear what everybody thinks. How you feel? Tell us how you feel. I've jumped out of the limb and say that he was guilty at first, but now the Supreme Court said that I'm a fool. So I'm going to take my statement back and follow the law. Like you guys always say, follow the law. That's what I'm going to follow the law. So follow us up here on all social media. Anything Goes Podcast. Follow us up here by subscribing and keeping up with everything that we got going on, man. Like, share, comment in the comment section, jump in the community tab, be a member, support this channel, man. Support the podcast. Hey, Sharp man, we're going to get back to running our day. We out of here.